We should preface by saying it is a city of Toronto, but what's your level of concern pertaining to the power play in the month of March? One for the last 22, 0 for 4 in the game. I think important to stress that too. They got a peeper in OT and couldn't score. Kochekov was good. I thought Carolina's PK was really, really good. Special teams in the Stanley Cup playoffs, so important. We've seen that power play snap it around for years. Obviously, it's important to bring up. No Mitch Marner, but what's your level of concern when discussing that power play and their struggles right now, Rosie?
Well, I think you hit it. The biggest thing is no Mitch Marner, and then I know it wasn't clicking 100% when he was healthy, but I think that'll help. And it is. It's that the power play of this Toronto Maple Leafs team should be their bread and butter. It should be their absolute weapon. It shouldn't be their detriment or something that they're scrambling to try to fix, but it is. So, and I'm no power play specialist by any stretch of the imagination, but I know when it's struggling, guys, it's kind of a waiting game. You can't really force it. You just got to wait for your chances and opportunities, and hope that the floodgates open. But they're going to go out there and they're going to practice it, and they'll go out early to practice and snap it around on the fresh sheet and try to find some different lanes and talk about what if I sink down right here, or if we go to the top, can we go back to where it came from and try to catch them, whatever the hell they do, and try to make something happen. That's all you can do. There's no really magic formula, but it is surprising and disappointing that a team with this much offensive firepower is struggling on the power play, because like I said, that should be their bread and butter.
It scares me a bit, man, and I couldn't agree more with you because what's the story every Stanley Cup playoffs? Like I just talked about it, special
Can't
teams so
score.
big. Every postseason they get there, and the graphic going into the postseason. Oh, this is one of the top power play units in the NHL. It gets to the playoffs and they can't score in the power play. They can't score in general. Having said that, there's so much star power. Obviously, the Marner thing is huge. Like you take Marner off that power play, it just changes the whole dynamic of the power play, right? Like Nylander's a trigger first, shoot first type guy, less of a setup guy. That's Marner, like Batman and Robin, obviously, with a guy like with Austin Matthews, who for the first time ever over the weekend, like really demonstrative, like tapping his stick, give me the puck, give me the puck. But that's why Marner is Marner. He finds that lane and hits him. But I think there's ups and downs when it comes to the power play and special teams in general, and they're not looking good right now. I think it's just important to find the groove at the right time, feel good going into the playoffs. But I still have that in the back of my brain, man, where they get to the playoffs and they can't score. I don't care about the regular season numbers.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? Can these
Yeah.
guys get it done in the playoffs? And you can dissect and pull numbers and bitch and moan or glorify them, do whatever the hell you want. But at the end of the day, it's that group in the playoffs that needs to get it done. Is Willie Nylander gonna be an all-star in the playoffs? Is Mitch Marner going to
Hmm.
do what he does and play with some thick skin and get some grind and get some toughness going? Is Austin Matthews going to be this generational goal scorer that he's proven he can be in the regular season in the playoffs? Like, those are the big questions. I think if you want to look around at the team, the potential is there. They're getting secondary scoring, which is huge in the playoffs. They're getting goaltending, which is obviously massive. Their defense looks better, even though it's kind of had some hiccups. It looks stronger than it has in the past. It's time to do something with this group. And at the end of the day, it's all for naught if those big boys aren't scoring, and if they're not doing what they get paid to do. And they've proven to kind of, I don't know if you want to say choke or just not show up or not have it or grip their sticks a little tight in the playoffs. And they've done that. They've learned their lessons, haha, and it's time to step up and get it done. And like you say, is it playoffs yet? I'm kind of tired of talking about it. Shit or get off the pot. This is the group you've ran it back with. They're good players. They've proven they can be very good. Are you going to step up to the playoffs, or are you going to back off because it's a little bit intense and scary? That is completely up to them in that locker room.
Handshake line respect writes in Keith playing two D men on PP1 is a joke. What did you think of the 2D set? So they went with Riley, Lilligren, Tavares, Matthews, Nylander. We've never seen this before, but Sheldon Keefe going with a new combination, Rosie.
Yeah, to me, that's just trying to mix it up to
Yeah.
get something going. Like we just talked about, their record in the last however long, going back a handful of weeks, is abysmal, and you're trying to mix it up and get something else going. And When I'm talking about what they can do to get it going, that is one of the things. You mix it up, throw a different guy on there, throw a different look, try to do something that just kind of breaks up the monotony of struggling, and see if it gets going. Do I like Liljegren on the point as a first peeper power play guy? No. Is he going to stay there for the year in the playoffs? No. But to me, that's just keep trying to throw some shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. And not that that's what he wants to go with, but just mixing it up. There's not a lot of options when a power play as talented as theirs is struggling, except just throw some new stuff at it, mix something up, see if you can get a different look, a different lane, a different play going from some other mind out there, and a different set of eyes is all they're trying to do. But is that the position you want to be in right now? No, it's really not. And I hope something clicks and the floodgates open here, because it's not the end of the world that's not going right now, but it's getting to the point where this is the time of the season where you should not be trying to figure out your power play, especially when you're a highly skilled offensive team.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all. And don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.